go.
Yes, I am running the Chicken Pit Special tonight. It's the fastest chicken in the South. I'm going to grab me a drink real quick, so I'll be right back. Oh, I can probably do that for you here. Time for Nathan Wright. More like Nathan Wrong, am I right? Behold the Chicken Pit Special. That's not a good view. That's not a particularly good view. Yeah, it's probably the best view. Yeah, the rear quarter panel actually says fastest chicken in the South. I hope it's fast tonight. Open setups. So I'm hoping I'm the only one that has the presence of mind to change the configuration into a qualifying configuration. That would be nice. Yes, that is a running chicken by the 94. Alright, that should do. Trick is going to be qualifying up front because these back guys, they get in line single file and start racing with each other, and the lead group is just going to drive away. So you want to be in the lead group. Number one, you want to be in the lead group. Number two, you need to keep track of your temps, because if you keep it behind somebody long enough, you will pop an engine. I did that Friday night. So we'll see how that goes. All right. I will give them credit. When I popped it, they gave me enough room. I was in the middle lane when I popped it, and they gave me enough room to get down to the bottom. So I was afraid I was going to get run over, but they didn't do it. So kudos to them. In the race configuration, this thing will top out at 191 miles per hour at the back end of the back stretch. So what I did was I taped it up all the way. Friday, everybody was within 0.2 of a second of each other, but I didn't configure the tape on Friday. I'm going to see if they figure that out for tonight. Nice or actually situationally aware. Either way, I'll take it. 15.259. Yeah, that's a good lap right there. And that's not even going to be the fast one. This is going to be a good lap. Hang on, water. Ah, yeah, that'll work. That's a pole right there. I doubt anybody comes close to it. Primarily because I don't think anybody's going to change their tape. Go back out here and reset to the race configuration. Alright, we're already gridding up. On the pole. 0.8 of a second. That'll work. They'll figure that out once they look at the results. Well, alright, let's see what we can do here. 40 lap race.
Boys and girls, great job so far this week. Really proud of all the effort put in by everybody.
Starting on the pole.
Solid starting spot. Like I say, thank you to Chase for all the effort. You and Will and Lance, everybody did to set up our garage stall. Turned out very spectacular. Very, very proud of what you guys did there.
Starting on the pole in a 40 lap race means I am going to have to stop once. If you're back in the pack, you can actually conserve enough fuel to maybe make it to 40. But the guys up here at front are going to have to stop. There's no way you're making it to 40. I'm not even sure the guys in the back can make it to 40. I think the best I did was like 36 laps. Going to go on green here because it does you absolutely no good to go early and try to get a jump. Trick tonight is to never move off the yellow line. Yeah, caution is going to render any strategy out the window. Assuming the strategy or the caution comes, lap, I don't know, lap 7 or 8, beyond that. If it happens in the first 7 or 8 laps, then I still don't think you're going to be able to make it.
Alright, man. Just remember what our goals are for the day. Simple. Hey, Big Daddy, show them how to do it. Green flag. Outside. Still outside. Still out there. Still there at your door. You're clear.
Oh shoot. I reset my setup and didn't change the steering ratio. That should be okay. I've got a ton of feedback in the wheel.
6.872.
Like they said in the race today, the yellow line is not out of bounds. So if you can get your nose underneath somebody, they can either keep you down there and force you to wreck, or they can let you back in and give you the position. So that's a tool to put in your back pocket if it's coming down to the final corner. Of course, as long as I'm out front, I don't have to worry about the oil and water temps. No, you can't fix the steering ratio in the pits. It's a garage adjustment. It'll be fun. There's no tire wear. The thing about running a lower steering ratio, 10 to 1 or 12 to 1, is it'll scrub the tires a whole lot harder. But given this is Talladega, I don't think that's going to make a difference. Speaking of which,
47.485.
I just disabled tire change on my pit stop, so all I get is gas. Looks like they're trying to get a run to the outside going here. I wish them well. times are not bad. After we run some fuel out, we'll be down into the 46s. I want to say the fastest lap ever here, which was Bill's qualifying lap back in spring of '87, it was like 44 seconds and change. That tells you how fast that lap was. The Well, I can't complain. I've led laps in every preseason race so far. I think I'm going to store that one in my toolbox as well. I just completely juked them to the outside and had them all lose spots, so it's good to know. Oh, that's pretty darn close to making it. Nah, it's a lap short. Yeah, I'll take the good luck charm. We're going to go with that until proven otherwise. Now, if this thing's on a wrecker at the end of the race and on fire, then we'll revisit the good luck charm. So far, so good, though. There, that's what I was saying about the back of the field getting strung out. 10 laps in and they're already a half lap back. I do have cautions turned on here, so if we get a multi-car wreck, we're going to get a caution. The only thing is here in the last several builds of iRacing, Talladega iRacing tends to not want to throw a caution. I mean, you got to have multiple cars strewn all over the track. If they hit the wall and come down onto the apron, it's not going to call a caution. So I've noticed a lot of the races here in the last couple of builds at Talladega, they have only a couple cautions, whereas they normally would have half a dozen. We'll see how that all plays out. Yeah, these lap cars are going to end up being a factor before it's all said and done. which might be good. If I come in and pit by myself and there are cars strewn all over the racetrack, I can grab onto one and draft with them and get back to the front. We might be able to leverage that to our advantage. Yeah, Clint was just packed up underneath the, I guess that was the lap car at that point in time, the lap car of Bowman. And if you don't let it breathe, if you don't get it half a lane out and let the engine breathe, you're going to pop it pretty quickly. But you know, in the heat of the battle, it's just easy to forget that you've got to breathe the engine. I did that last night. I mean, my gauge cluster was lit up Friday night when I was racing, and I didn't even notice it until the engine blew. I looked down, and it's like a Christmas tree, so. We'll see if the 23 up here goes to the top or stays on the bottom. As long as he commits to it early and I don't have to guess at the last second. Now, if these guys behind me were smart, they'd get out beside me and use the lap car as a pick. Because you can get up beside somebody, pinch them down here to the bottom, and if there's a slower car in front of them, what are you going to do? They're looking for it. Yeah, second and third is having at it. It's almost like they want to race each other but don't want to get out of line and lose what they've got. Which I can't blame them. Leading here is the absolute easiest thing to do because you just keep it planted on the yellow line and dare them to go around you on the outside. I'm not sure they're going to be able to orchestrate a run on the outside simply because of the they haven't run together before. Yeah, I'm not going to make it on gas. Now we're looking at about lap 35. By the end of the day, it's going to be about lap 30. Leading is a double-edged sword. I have not lifted my foot off the gas pedal yet. They just picked a guy. Don't know who that was, but they just picked him. Those two cars must have been involved in a an incident with each other to be that far back. No. Pit window opens next time around. I doubt anybody comes in. This really isn't one of those races you want to work backwards.
47.371.
Yep, he got in the back of me. I felt that. You can just feel when they get in your bumper and rub left or right, you can just feel it unsettle the car. Fortunately, that one did not feel bad at all, but yeah, I think I'm going to max out my fuel as far as I can run it. Typically, these guys, when there's a green flag pit stop, somebody's going to run into somebody else getting to pit road. And if you're lucky, they'll bounce back out on the track and cause a caution, and then you've got a free pit stop, basically.
47.102.
Tell the fuel's burning off. I'm doing 202 through the corner. Yeah, it's going to put me lap 34, I think. That's fine. What I'm going to do is set my fuel. If I can. I can't. It's okay.
47.359.
I can feel the tires giving just a little bit. The trickiest thing of going a full fuel run and pitting is if the tires are worn, it is like ice getting back out of the pits. No, you don't. Oh snap, the 16 car threw a pick for half the field. I bet you there are guys back there not happy they got a lap car in the middle of them.
47.94.
This is going to turn it into a 3-car race if they keep that up. The draft in the new Cup cars is insane. It used to be if you were 3 or 4 tenths behind a car, you couldn't catch the draft, you'd lost it. We were practicing for a little bit Friday, and I was almost a second and a half back of a car and caught his draft. So it makes it a whole lot more forgiving if you, for some reason, get a gap behind or between you and the car in front. Now tonight I was doing a couple laps in practice, and it was like 8, 9 tenths, and I could catch the draft. So. Well, on the plus side, qualifying on the pole makes you easy to guess where your pit stall is.
47.825.
Nah, it looks like they got around the 16. This race is going to come down to pit strategy.
All you got, bud. We're going to be in here in about 3.
I'm coming in on lap 34. Looks like I've got pitters. Ah, there they go. Oh gosh, they left me out to dry. Well done, guys. 94 pitting this time. 94 pitting this time.
Door outside. You're clear. Outside. Clear.
Those two freaking owned the pit entry. That was impressive. I was not going to spin it.
Go, man, go, man, go.
Yeah,
7.8.
these tires are shot. All right, Susan, let's go. Well, I can say with all certainty that pit
9.5.
sequence sucked. Yeah, I'll be able to make it on these tires. The only time the tires are an issue is when you're trying to get back up to speed and they're so hot and greasy. Coming out of the pit box, all they want to do is spin. I would love a caution right about now.
5, 2, 1.
Five laps to go.
Keep taking back, 5 to go.
Those guys in 15th and 16th are in their own drafting group. So there's no way I'm going to be able to pick up 2 seconds a lap on them. It looks like we are picking up time on them.
Outside.
Doug's going to try to do what I mentioned, put me as a pick behind this lap car. Good. I'm good with that. Well, barring a caution, disappointing finish. Yeah, that was dumb. See, this isn't good either. They're 4/10ths behind. They're going to get a run. Ah. Came back down. Good. Well, bummer. Can't blame it on anybody but myself. Part of the thing is I knew I had to adjust my gas. That's why those cars that came in with me got so far ahead. But my mouse is down here on the floor and I didn't want to reach down and try to adjust the gas and wreck, so I'll have to get that fixed before next weekend. Yeah, top 20. Led a ton of laps. Sat on the pole. That's not too bad, I don't guess. Everybody knows these things are crapshoots, but my goodness, that one was clean.
Go, man, go, man, go.
I'm not sure if it's going to tell me how many laps I led. No, it's not. It's like the first 34, 33, 34, so there's that. Oh well. That'll be okay. Alright, very good. I'm going to shut this down. I will talk to you here in just a couple minutes.